Hello everyone, welcome to the recap video. Wow, what a fun little day. I must say though, I absolutely was way too conservative. I still was in my mindset from the last week and a half, 2 weeks now, I would probably say, where the market was just really slow. And today, same thing happened. It was a really slow start to the morning, but then BLPH absolutely ripped around after 10:30 roughly. We'll look at the charts in a little bit, but hands down, the biggest lesson, the biggest takeaway that I want to really just drill in you guys and kind of drill in myself is to get aggressive when it counts. To get aggressive when the stars align, just to get aggressive when the perfect setup is there. And that's exactly what happened with BLPH. It hurts me a little bit, especially when it's the lead gapper of the day. So BLPH was our #1 pick for the day. It had some of the most dollar volume. A lot of traders were looking at it. I mean, in hindsight, it's always 2020, but it's extremely obvious. And even at the time, if you guys were on the live stream, I was kind of like, I should be getting into this one. It broke back above VWAP with volume like we were talking about. And then I just didn't get the pullback. I missed a whole entire 30% plus move to the upside, plus the opportunity to get in a halted stock before it gets halted on the way to the upside. All because I was trying to chase a few pennies on the pullback. We had a 2-minute long pullback, and I was waiting for that third pullback. I could have got an entry at like 0.23, and I was waiting for an entry at like 0.19, which in the end of the day is not going to make any difference. Yes, it's going to adjust my risk reward a little bit, but on a stock that is this aggressive, I should have just honestly bought on the ask. So where the sellers are waiting with their limit orders, I should have just bought right into that, especially after the price held and started moving back to the upside. It's just such a missed opportunity today. But whatever, you live and you learn. And at least since I had an open trade left or one more trade available, I was able to snag one more nice trade with GMPX on a bit of a pullback, which, is what it is. But, we scored about 5% on that one. So that's still really good and really cool. And I couldn't be any more happy about that one. It's just BLPH was the clear winner today. And, sometimes when something's so obvious, goes right by you or just over your head or whatever you want to call it, it's a little bit painful, but oh well. At least we were all able to learn from it. All right, guys, it's about 11:25 a.m. Eastern Standard Time right now, so let's go ahead and check out the charts and review. Definitely BLPH. I want to check out GMPX as well. And then there was another one that was kind of interesting that I want to share with you guys too. I know one of you guys in the chat room today was long this stock. So a nice move there. And like always, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy this content. Plus, consider subscribing if you're new here, because we are well on our way on this $25,000 journey, and I would love to have you join. Not to mention the community on the live stream. The chat room there is getting more wild every day. All right, guys, let's go to the charts. All right, welcome back, guys. I got SPCE on the chart. I'm not gonna lie, I could just watch this one all day. One of our nicer swing trades, just tiny position size with our IRA account. Let's go to our cash account with this $25,000 challenge. BLPH, guys, what was going on with this one? Just a tremendous move. Now, I mean, we don't have to recap everything that we were talking about pre-market, but this thing came out with news right at around 8:30 a.m. and they had good results with one of their studies that they were doing. That means, since it was at 8:30, our original scanner, which I ran around 8 o'clock, was not picking it up. And I was a little disappointed because I was looking at AIHS and MITO, both of which weren't really making me that excited. And I was also looking at WSG. I was like, oh man, is today going to be another extremely slow day? Because all three of these aren't really, really that exciting. So when BLPH popped up on the watch list, big catalyst, market cap tiny, shares outstanding tiny, 36 million market cap, 4.5 million shares outstanding. The dollar volume already at 11:30 is 75 million. So this thing is just, perfect. The one thing about it though that put me a little bit on edge, and a lot of these stocks lately have been putting me on edge because of this, is right here on the daily chart, this 180-day moving average was coming down, and pre-market we were basically touching it. We were gapping up over 100% pre-market, and we got really close to this area and pulled back. And all the time in the past, every time we reached this area, we just pulled back. So I knew that I had to watch out, and you can see here pre-market. Let me quickly go back to it. Adjust the 5-minute. Okay, so yeah, pre-market, we were gapping up, let's see, 96%. So really, really nice. And we had this 1-minute break to the upside. This was about an 8% move. Really good as well. I got kind of excited on that move, and at the same time, I didn't really want to, buy it because, again, it was getting close to that 7.5 area, and I just felt like there was too much resistance there. And guess what? There was, and it just absolutely kept on getting rejected. I tried to dip buy this a few times, but it just never pulled back as hard as I was looking for. So I missed all the dip buy opportunities, which is totally fine because, never really bounced that hard. Even this bounce 6%, perfect entry, perfect exit. If you got a perfect entry, perfect exit. So not really that great. But then, it started holding its highs here. And this is when I found things really, really interesting. Not at this point. This part, you see all the time. You see stocks getting close to VWAP and then just absolutely getting rejected. That's like a daily occurrence, and it does not get me excited. But when we broke past the VWAP here at $6, which was a big resistance area, it took a while. It took 3 big volume candles to break above that area. And then we went all the way to 6.5 and pulled back. These were the 2 candles where I was like, I want to get a dip entry on this one and wait for a break past the 6.5, and then maybe I would sell at $7. That's kind of what I was thinking. That was my game plan. Okay, so let's just go forward one more time right here. And this is the 1-minute move to the upside. And I was like, ooh, you know what? Maybe we're not going to get that crack to the downside. And I easily had a chance to get in on this at like 6.3. And then again, the next candle was a big move to the upside. And I was like, oh my, did I just miss this? And I did not have the guts to go along this one. Again, 7.5, I thought it was big resistance. So I missed this perfect pullback. I don't even know what to say. Let's just kind of keep watching it. Another big move here, and then it gets halted. I think it was halted right at this point. Yeah, so it was halted right here at like 741. And then just absolutely ripped. So the first candle was 7%, next 2 candles 15%. It goes all the way up 26%. It even goes past 30%. Let's quickly scroll forward a little bit more here. Yeah, okay, so after it got halted and didn't have that much more of a run, I think it tried a second breakout. Yeah, 8.4, that's what I was thinking about. So yeah, it had that second run. I don't know. It's tough. And that's really why I started off the video by saying, I got to get aggressive when the perfect setup is there. When it counts, it counts. And this is one of those picks that, it was our lead gapper. Everything was there, had a catalyst, was a small float, small market cap, big dollar volume on the day. I should have just jumped on this. All the signs were pointing to BLPH. And it's a little annoying that I missed this trade because I was trying to, get an entry that was just a little bit better. But over the last 2 weeks, that was kind of the way to trade. And that's how we were able to grow our account these last 2 weeks, by being extremely conservative. So hopefully some more volume is going to come back to the small cap market. Maybe we're going to switch from biotechs into maybe a different industry. We'll see what happens, because right now it's been a huge, the coronavirus, biotech gappers just going crazy, but they're all kind of overextended and they've been all kind of pulling back. So we've kind of been in this weird, maybe hopefully transition phase where maybe the biotechs are going to start slowing down and we're going to see maybe another sector getting a little hot. Now, talking about overextended biotechs, GMPX is probably the epitome of that. I mean, at least I think this. So it's been, it came all the way down here from a low of 23 cents and reached a high of about 575 on Friday's trading day. And I just, the whole way up, I felt like it was overextended, especially on Friday, because it did not even have a catalyst. So I think on Friday was just a pure squeeze day. And then let's kind of go over here. Again, tries to run up, doesn't reach that former high that we had on Friday where it goes all the way up to 575. So you can see I kind of drew a line right here to identify that area. It was a big mover though, $82 million volume. So this is, a lot of people are trading this one. Whoops, we're actually on the wrong day again. Right here. So we try to run up, get rejected, and have a huge pullback. And this is when I had my first bounce trade on it. We were pulling back here, quick dip. Was very cautious. I waited for a second dip. We didn't really get it that strong. I had almost a near perfect entry on this. We pulled up about 2%. I was waiting for a 3-4% move. We didn't get it. I closed this trade basically break even. Yeah, you can see with the entry and exit where they were just almost the same. I think I made 30 cents on this trade. I could have easily lost $5, $10. I could have easily lost, $50 if I sold on this red candle. So, it was a really sketchy trade, and I was pretty happy to get out of it when I did. I could have walked away maybe with 2.5% profit, but it didn't happen. When BLPH got halted, I got an alert that GMPX was falling off a cliff around 4.4, and we had a double bottom here. We had long-term support here at $4, and when we were approaching this 4.2 area, I bought, I think, on the ask, and I don't really remember. I would have to watch the replay, but I kind of forced this entry. I was pretty happy with it, and boom, we had a nice little 4 or 5% pop to the upside right away. I went ahead and closed my position and moved on. I definitely could have waited for this next pull to the upside, another 4% I left on the table, and then this even bigger run to the upside. This was actually a really crazy move. Like, we had a perfect entry here, and yeah, this could have been a 16% move. So I don't know. Did I get out too early? It's tough to say. A lot of these support line bounces, you're pretty happy when you walk away with 4 or 5%. I'm not gonna lie. Occasionally you'll get a 10%, and then like today, 16%. I've been guessing GMPX so wrong. It's ridiculous. I don't know. I'd rather take my 5% and walk away than have 5% and turn it, and all of a sudden it's a loser trade. And that's happened many, many times with support line bounces. So I'll take my profits typically extremely quickly on them, and I almost never have any regrets. Actually, every time I don't do that, I regret it. And then the last one I want to just quickly throw on here because it's been creeping up all day. Now it's at 62%, up with $5.7 million volume, which was pretty light. BBI. This one's really impressive, and I was this close to trading it. I had an alert here if it dipped down from 1.61, it went off, and then I had another alert if it dipped above 1.64, and that dipped off. So I had those alerts. I'm just gonna go ahead and remove this alert now. I had that alert before this red candle right here, and this thing was really, really slow mover, 22%, but it was kind of interesting. It was just constantly kind of moving up, and then right around 9:45 really holds this area well. I should have paid more attention to it when it pulled back here and then bounced right back off to hold its highs. Sometimes I call this a gun pattern because you kind of have the handle and then you have the barrel. There's many names for it, I suppose, and then you also have this little the trigger finger, right? So it kind of looks like a little bit like a gun. I don't know, that might be the American side of me, but anyway. Classic gun pattern, holding its high as well, and then here 1.8 big resistance, and eventually it breaks above this. So this could have been a solid 20% trade. Totally missed it, but it was kind of in the corner of our eye this whole time, and it was kind of cool because it was not on my original scanner. I'm not sure why. I think because it didn't really move till, I don't know. I would have to look into this one why it was not on my original scanner. Anyway, I picked it up with the after the market open scanner. If you guys want that scanner, the link is in the video description below, or it's in my live stream video. I don't know. I have a video on scanners, and I'll just link to it right here. So you'll see it. The only thing that kind of kept me on edge with BBI is the fact that the volume was a little bit light, but I think especially now that we have, we still have a very small account, we're only trading with about, 1,000, maybe sometimes $1,100 position size, BBI would have been totally fine to trade. And now I'm getting a little bit of a FOMO. I do kind of regret that we didn't trade this one. Not to mention, it just has such a nice upside potential. We don't have the 180-day moving average till about 3.5, and we have a shoulder here at 3.5 as well. So I think this thing could potentially rip to $3. We'll see. Maybe we'll trade it tomorrow. There is a really, really good chance. So my eyes are going to be on BBI, but who knows? Maybe it's just a one-day runner, and tomorrow it's going to be completely die. I don't know. It's hard to say. We'll see if it shows up on our watch list tomorrow. All right, guys, that's everything for this video. Thanks for tuning in. It was also really good fun trading with you guys, like always today. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so already. And if you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. I would love to have you join the channel. Till next time, guys, like always, stay safe and make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao.